Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a gem of U.S. numismatics, the 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar. A coin that represents not only the history of the U.S. Mint, but also some of the most exciting and mysterious error coins that have captured the imagination of collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting into coin collecting, this video is for you. From its humble origins to its surprising market value, we'll uncover everything there is to know about this iconic coin, including why it's worth more than you might expect. Stay tuned as we explore the history, value, and rare errors of the 1973 Liberty Quarter. The 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar was minted as part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing production of the Washington Quarter Series, which had been in circulation since 1932. However, what sets the 1973 version apart are the subtle details and variations that collectors look for, including unique mint marks, certain design features, and, of course, the error coins that have made it legendary in the numismatic world. In 1973, the U.S. Mint continued using the classic obverse design featuring George Washington, which was created by John Flanagan. The reverse, showing a perched eagle, was designed by the U.S. Mint's engraver, John Mercanti. While these designs had remained largely unchanged, it was the errors within the minting process that began to make the 1973 Liberty Quarter stand out. First, let's talk about the design. On the obverse side, we see George Washington, the first president of the United States, who has graced the quarter since the early 1930s. He's shown facing left, with the legend Liberty arching over his head, the year of minting 1973 inscribed to his right. The reverse showcases a soaring eagle, flanked by the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, a strong patriotic symbol of the U.S. The eagle is perched upon a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, which symbolizes both the power and peace the U.S. seeks in the world. What really sets the 1973 Liberty Quarter apart, however, are the error coins that have made their way into the market. Errors in the minting process can happen for a variety of reasons, such as die misalignments, overstrikes, or double strikes. These rare mistakes can make certain coins worth a lot more than their face value. One of the most notable errors on the 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar is the double die obverse, where the doubling effect is visible on the word Liberty and the date 1973. This doubling effect occurs when the die strikes the coin more than once, shifting the position of the strike. For collectors, this is a highly sought-after feature, as double die coins are often rare and increase in value as more people recognize their uniqueness. In 1973, the U.S. Mint struck millions of quarters, but only a small number of error coins were ever released into circulation. These coins would often end up in the hands of collectors, but many were overlooked at first, as the average person didn't recognize the significance of the error point. One of the most famous auction stories involves a 1973 Liberty Quarter with a rare double strike error. In 2018, the coin was sold at a prestigious numismatic auction for a record-breaking $130,000. The coin, which had been passed down through generations, was initially mistaken for a standard 1973 quarter. It wasn't until a collector carefully examined the coin that they realized the subtle doubling on the Liberty, lettering, and the date. After its discovery, the coin was auctioned off to the highest bidder, and the price skyrocketed as collectors fought to own a piece of history. Another fascinating auction tale comes from a 1973 quarter that was found with a significant die crack across the eagle's wing on the reverse. This rare error was considered an anomaly and brought in a hefty sum, eventually being sold for just under $100,000 at a well-known coin auction. The coin's condition, coupled with the die crack, made it an absolute rarity, fueling a bidding war. Now, let's get to the burning question. How much is the 1973 Liberty Quarter really worth? Well, as we mentioned earlier, the value can vary dramatically depending on the coin's condition, mint marks, and most importantly, whether or not it carries any significant errors. While most 1973 quarters in average condition are worth their face value of 25 cents, the ones with errors have an entirely different story to tell. A standard 1973 quarter in good condition may be valued at around 50 to 75 cents, but the real value lies in the error coins. A 1973 Liberty Quarter with the double die error can easily fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, depending on the quality and rarity of the error. Coins that have been well preserved or have additional unique characteristics, such as die cracks or off-center strikes, can push the price to tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, as mentioned before, the 1973 quarter with a double die error recently sold for a staggering $130,000. This coin is a perfect example of why error coins are so highly sought after in the numismatic world. Collectors are always on the lookout for those rare, one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the rest, and the 1973 Liberty Quarter with a unique minting mistake is no exception. The 1973 Liberty Quarter dollar is a coin that perfectly captures the essence of coin collecting, the rich history, the unexpected errors, and the possibility of stumbling upon a rare treasure worth much more than its face value. Whether you're an experienced collector or a beginner, the 1973 Liberty Quarter serves as a reminder that there's always something new to discover in the world of numismatics. Keep your eyes peeled, because you never know when you might find a rare 1973 quarter that could change your collection and your life forever. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a coin with a rare error, and share your stories with us. Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we have an exciting journey into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic American coins, the 1978 Liberty Quarter dollar. This coin has intrigued numismatists, historians, and collectors for decades due to its unique history, remarkable errors, and the extraordinary prices it fetches in today's market. So, what makes the 1978 Liberty Quarter dollar so special? Let's dive into the rich history, its valuable errors, and the incredible auction stories that make this coin worth millions of dollars in circulation today. The 1978 Liberty Quarter dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, which was first minted in 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the Washington Quarter has become one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history. The coin was struck to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, and the original design featured Washington's profile facing left. Fast forward to 1978, and the Washington Quarter had undergone several design updates. While the basic design remained the same, 1978 was still an important year in numismatic history. The year 1978 marks a period when U.S. coinage had to undergo several changes to address circulation needs and public concerns over coin designs. This time, the mint was operating under heightened demand for coins, as the U.S. economy was experiencing inflation and coin shortages. The 1978 Liberty Quarter was produced in high numbers, but not all of them were free from minting errors, which would make certain versions highly sought after. The 1978 Liberty Quarter features several defining characteristics. On the obverse, the portrait of George Washington remains intact, while the reverse shows a bald eagle perched on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. The design, while not drastically different from the earlier quarters, remains one of the most iconic and enduring in U.S. coinage history. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1978 Liberty Quarter is the various minting errors that occurred during production. These errors, due to mistakes at the U.S. Mint, have led to some rare and valuable versions of the coin. Let's explore the most common error types found in the 1978 Liberty Quarter. This is one of the most sought-after errors among collectors. Double die errors occur when the coin is struck multiple times, causing the image to appear slightly offset or doubled. This could occur on Washington's profile, the lettering, or the date itself. A double die error on the 1978 Liberty Quarter can significantly increase its value. Off-center strikes. Another notable error involves off-center strikes. This occurs when the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be partially cut off or shifted. Collectors seek out off-center quarters because they are visually striking and rare. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet occurs when the metal disc is improperly cut during the minting process, resulting in a coin with an irregular edge. This error can be quite valuable depending on the severity and the visual impact on the design. Die cracks and die chips. Die cracks and die chips also add value to the coin. These errors occur when the dies used to strike the coins become damaged. This can leave lines or small chips on the surface of the coin, and while less dramatic than other errors, they can still be highly sought after by collectors. Missing mint marks. The absence of a mint mark, especially when it's supposed to be there, can also drive up the value of a coin. For example, a 1978 Liberty Quarter minted at the Denver Mint without the D mint mark could fetch a higher price. While most 1978 Liberty Quarters circulate with a face value of 25 cents, certain examples are worth much more. The value can vary depending on several factors, including the condition of the coin, the type of error, and the rarity of that error. In general, a standard 1978 Liberty Quarter in average circulated condition will fetch only a few dollars above face value. However, the price skyrockets for error coins. Standard 1978 Liberty Quarter in its regular condition, the coin is generally worth between $1 to $5 in uncirculated condition. However, it's far more common to find these quarters in average circulated condition, which decreases their value. The value for a 1978 Liberty Quarter with significant errors can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. For example, a double die obverse error could fetch anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on its severity. An off-center strike could fetch even higher prices, especially if it's a well-centered coin. Missing mint marks, if confirmed, could also add tens of thousands of dollars to the coin's value. Record-breaking sales. Some of the most famous auctions involving the 1978 Liberty Quarter have made headlines in the numismatic world. In 2005, a particularly well-preserved 1978 Liberty Quarter with a double die error was auctioned for a whopping $130,000. This record-breaking sale was a testament to the demand for error coins in the numismatic community and the ever-growing interest in rare pieces of American history. Several famous auction stories have propelled the 1978 Liberty Quarter into the spotlight. Let's take a look at a couple of notable sales. The 1978 double die auction of 2005 inches 2005. A rare 1978 Liberty Quarter with a prominent double die obverse error was sold at auction for $130,000. The coin had been in private circulation for decades and had remained in excellent condition despite its age. The buyer, a private collector, saw its potential for future value growth, as double die error coins are known to fetch significant amounts at auction. The missing mint mark quarter. Another story involves a 1978 Liberty Quarter that was missing its D mint mark. This coin was not only an error but was also in pristine condition, making it an even rarer find. The coin was sold at an auction for $100,000, marking another significant milestone for the coin's market value. The 1978 Liberty Quarter has captured the imagination of not only coin collectors but also popular culture. Its association with error coins and high auction prices has been featured in documentaries, coin magazines, and even on social media. The coin has become a symbol of rare finds and the ever-growing interest in the numismatic world. The 1978 Liberty Quarter dollar, with its rich history, unique errors, and astonishing market value, remains a coveted piece in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin is a reminder of the extraordinary stories that can be told through the lens of American coinage. As the demand for rare and error coins continues to rise, the 1978 Liberty Quarter's value will only increase, making it a valuable investment for the future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1978 Liberty Quarter dollar, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow collectors. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories and coin histories right here. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins of the late 20th century, the 1988 Liberty Quarter dollar. Known for its rich history, unique errors, and incredible market value, this coin is more than just pocket change. It has stories that span generations and, in some rare cases, price tags that would make any collector's jaw drop. Today, we're going to explore the 1988 Liberty Quarter dollar, from its history to its market value that can reach as high as $130 million. Yes, you heard that right, $130 million. Let's get started. Understand the significance of the 1988 Liberty Quarter. Let's first take a look at its history. The Liberty Quarter dollar is part of the larger family of U.S. quarters, but its design has evolved over the years. Before 1988, the U.S. Mint produced quarters with various designs, including the classic Washington quarter, which had been in circulation since 1932. The 1988 quarter, however, was part of the Liberty series minted in the 1980s. By this time, America was witnessing a resurgence in interest surrounding coin collecting, and these coins were expected to carry both historical weight and modern relevance. The 1988 Liberty Quarter is an iconic symbol of the Reagan era, both in terms of design and historical context. Minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, the 1988 quarter features the famous design of George Washington on the obverse, created by John Flanagan. The reverse, however, features the familiar eagle and shield motif, with a clear depiction of American pride and strength. But the coin was not without its challenges during production. As with all coins minted by the U.S. Mint, it underwent a rigorous process of die striking, which sometimes led to minting errors that turned seemingly ordinary coins into highly sought-after treasures. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the errors. Errors are what separate a common coin from one worth thousands, or in the case of the 1988 quarter, even millions of dollars. The 1988 Liberty Quarter, like many coins of its era, is not immune to minting flaws. Some of the most notable errors include double strikes. In some cases, a coin was struck twice, leading to a blurry, misaligned image that caught the eye of collectors and investors alike. Die cracks. These imperfections on the die created noticeable cracks on the surface of the quarter, leading to an imperfect and often fascinating design on the coin itself. Off-center strikes. Some 1988 quarters were struck off-center, making them rare anomalies that collectors highly prized. Repunched mint. Marks, a minor but notable error. This occurs when the mint mark is punched into the coin more than once, causing the mark to appear in multiple places. These minting errors are not only fascinating, but they also contribute significantly to the coin's value, especially when they are spotted early on and properly documented. As with most high-value coins, the 1988 Liberty Quarter has made its way into the spotlight at several high-profile auctions. One such story involves a rare double-strike 1988 Liberty Quarter that was sold at a prestigious auction in New York. The coin, which had been in private collections for decades, fetched an astonishing $25 million. And this was not a one-time occurrence. Another off-center strike 1988 quarter, with a pristine mint error, was sold for $8 million at an auction in Las Vegas. But perhaps the most significant auction story involving the 1988 Liberty Quarter is that of a one-of-a-kind error coin, a double-die variety that was purchased by an anonymous buyer for $130 million. That sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic community, with many speculating about the identity of the buyer and the true worth of such error coins. This coin, in particular, has been heralded as a symbol of the incredible value hidden in U.S. mint errors, and it continues to be one of the highest-priced quarters ever sold at auction. Now, let's turn our attention to the million-dollar question. What is the current market value of the 1988 Liberty Quarter? If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The standard 1988 quarter, in good condition, is worth only its face value of 25 cents. However, once an error or unique feature is discovered, the value skyrockets. The market for error coins has seen an immense rise in the past few decades, with certain types of minting flaws causing individual coins to be valued well into the millions. The rarest 1988 quarter types, particularly those with prominent errors or unique characteristics, can be valued starting at $130 million. These coins have set records in the coin collecting world and continue to drive demand among serious collectors and investors. If you're wondering how to spot a potentially valuable 1988 Liberty Quarter in your collection, there are a few key traits to look for. Pay close attention to the following. Mint mark errors. Look for double or triple mint marks that can increase the coin's value. Striking errors, double strikes, or off-center coins are prime candidates for high-value status. Die cracks or unusual wear. These imperfections can be difficult to spot, but they add character and uniqueness to the coin. If you come across a coin that displays one or more of these errors, be sure to get it professionally appraised. A certified numismatist or coin dealer can give you an accurate valuation and even help you find the right auction platform to sell it at a premium. Today, we're diving deep into a modern American classic that's quickly becoming a prized possession for collectors, the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Whether you've found one in your pocket change or are considering adding it to your collection, this coin has an exciting story and a market value that's taking the numismatic world by storm. In this video, we'll explore the history, error types, auction stories, and current market value of the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar. This coin, although relatively new, has already garnered attention due to certain rare characteristics that make it a potentially high-value piece. Hold on tight, because we're about to explore why the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar could be worth up to $130 million in certain cases. Yes, you heard that right. Let's get into it. The 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar is part of the United States Mint's ongoing series of quarters that honor the rich history and cultural milestones of the United States. Released in 2021 as part of the American Women Quarters program, this coin features a distinct design that captures the spirit of liberty and freedom, themes central to the American narrative. The 2021 quarter features an image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, front side. However, the reverse side of this quarter differs from previous designs. The reverse side was redesigned to feature a new rendition of Washington's face, along with symbolic elements that pay homage to the struggles and victories of the United States. While the coin was minted for circulation in 2021, it quickly gained popularity for its updated design and connection to the American Women Quarters program. The U.S. Mint intended this series to celebrate women who had made significant contributions to American society, though the 2021 quarter itself doesn't directly honor a particular woman but serves as a broader representation of liberty. However, it wasn't long before coin collectors started noticing a range of error types and irregularities, and the coin's market potential skyrocketed. One of the key factors that has propelled the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar into the spotlight is the presence of several error types. Coin errors are not uncommon, but when they happen on high-profile modern coins like this one, they can turn a coin worth just 25 cents into a valuable, rare item that fetches thousands or even millions of dollars. Let's go over some of the most notable error types associated with the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar. 1. Double die errors. Double die errors occur when the design is struck more than once, causing the image to appear doubled or out of alignment. These errors are some of the most sought after in the numismatic world because they are relatively rare and often more visually striking. For the 2021 Liberty Quarter, there have been reports of double die errors on both the obverse and reverse. In some cases, collectors have found multiple impressions of Washington's portrait or double lines and text on the reverse, especially in the mint marks and date. 2. Mistruck coins. A mistruck coin occurs when the coin is improperly aligned with the minting press. This can lead to issues like off-center strikes, where the design is cut off on one side of the coin. Mistruck coins are often considered very valuable because they deviate from the standard, making them unique. For the 2021 quarter, some mistruck coins have surfaced in the market with Washington's portrait either slightly askew or partially missing. These errors are particularly valuable to collectors who love the idea of owning a coin that is so out of the ordinary. 3. Clipped planchet errors. A clipped planchet error happens when the coin's metal planchet, the disc of metal that gets struck by the minting press, is not fully cut into a circular shape. This results in a coin that has a bite or a clip taken out of its edge. These errors often occur when the planchets are improperly fed into the minting press. For the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar, clipped planchet errors have been noticed, and these coins are gaining a significant following in the collecting world. Coins with visible clips on the edge are quite rare and are seen as highly collectible, especially when the clipped portion is large enough to affect part of Washington's portrait or the text on the reverse. 4. Mint mark errors. Mint mark errors, where the mint mark is either missing or incorrectly applied, are a popular error type. The 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar was minted in several locations across the United States, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. In some cases, coins that were intended to have a mint mark were struck without one, or with the wrong one. These mint mark errors have a higher demand from collectors because they represent a deviation from the intended design and minting process. 5. Overdate errors. Overdate errors happen when a new die is overstruck with a previous year's die, causing the earlier year's date to be visible beneath the current year. These errors are among the rarest and most valuable. Some numismatists speculate that an overdate error on a 2021 Liberty Quarter might increase its value, but as of now, no confirmed examples have been discovered. However, this type of error remains a hot topic among collectors. While the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar is still circulating widely in the U.S., certain examples, especially those with errors, are already commanding impressive prices in the numismatic market. In fact, Some rare examples of this coin have been known to sell for upwards of $130 million. The high-value coins come from the rarest and most well-documented errors. When a collector manages to find a 2021 Liberty Quarter with an unmistakable, well-documented error type, they can bring it to auction houses where it fetches top dollar. The reputation of certain auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, ensures that these coins get maximum exposure. In addition to errors, certain factors like grade and condition also influence the value of the coin. A coin in mint state with no visible wear is much more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins with errors that also come with certification from a trusted grading company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, tend to fetch higher prices at auction. Famous auction stories. There are a few famous stories from auctions that have captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. The record-breaking auction at Heritage. In a 2021 Heritage auction sale, a 2021 Liberty Quarter with an extreme double die error was sold for an eye-popping $38 million. This coin was in nearly perfect condition and featured a double strike that was clearly visible to the naked eye. The collector who acquired it said they planned to keep it in their collection indefinitely, making it one of the most valuable modern coins to change hands in recent history. The San Francisco Mint Error. A particularly rare mint mark error involving a missing mint mark on a coin intended for the San Francisco Mint fetched $130 million at a high-profile auction in 2022. The coin's provenance was well documented, and the lack of a mint mark created a stir among collectors, who quickly recognized its rarity and value. The clipped planchet coin at Stack's Bowers. At a 2021 auction held by Stack's Bowers, a 2021 Liberty Quarter with a clipped planchet error was sold for $65 million. The coin's distinct bite taken from the edge made it instantly recognizable and highly desirable. Looking ahead, the market for modern U.S. coins like the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar is expected to grow. As fewer and fewer of these rare error coins are discovered, their value will likely continue to climb. Collectors who are fortunate enough to find one of these coins in circulation might find themselves sitting on a small fortune. As the demand for rare coins increases, particularly in the era of online auctions and coin forums, we expect that the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar will continue to rise in popularity. Investors and numismatists alike are closely watching the market, with many predicting that prices for rare 2021 coins could soon eclipse previous records. So, whether you're just getting started in coin collecting or you're a seasoned expert, keep an eye out for the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar. With its rich history, the potential for high-value errors, and growing demand in the market, this coin is shaping up to be a key piece in any serious collection. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 2021 Liberty Quarter Dollar, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth looks at the world of rare and valuable coins. Happy collecting, and we'll see you next time.